So here we go. Here we go. I'll just jump right into it, okay? And then I'll give an understanding of it afterwards. But please be aware this could be triggering to some people, especially if you've been through trauma of your own. Just letting you know this is a nightmare and it's going to be visualized. So if you're having doubts, you might want to click away. Okay, so when I started this, I started from my house, and there were woods. There was a river about 100 yards away. The left road going around, and woods over here, and a path that went over through two sets of woods, over two different parts of woods over here, and a trail that went through the middle of them, and it went over to a park that was near there. So I'm walking down this trail, okay, and it comes to a footbridge, and I walk over the footbridge. As soon as I get across the other side of the footbridge, the land is just snow covered, and it's a mountain there. So, the trail goes up through the mountain. And as I get across the footbridge and I look up, I see snow and I see a cabin. An old dilapidated cabin. Looked abandoned. And I was pulled. I just felt like I had to go. So I'm walking up towards the cabin. It's nighttime, of course, with a full moon. And I get to the cabin. I open the door. And I go in. And I look back. And I see the full moon. I close the door again. And I lock it. And I turn around, and there are bodies hanging up from the rafters, and a bench to the side, and there's a body sitting on the bench. And I'm searching through the house, and I just see bodies. As I'm going through the house, I hear something outside, and I go back towards the door, and all of a sudden, there's pounding, and the door is being ripped off its hinges, it seems like. It is extraordinary, the banging and the rustling of the door. So I start looking for a way out, and I find an open window to the back side of the house, and I fly out that window, running. I'm running back towards the footbridge, down the mountainside, back towards the footbridge through the woods, and I get this feeling. I stop and I turn around, and I see this Wendigo. It looked like a werewolf. It was howling, and he was like paper thin. And, so I take off running across the bridge again. I get to the other side of the footbridge, and I look back, and I see this thing jump across the river. The river's probably 50 feet wide, and it lands down in the high grass on the riverbed, on the side of the river. And I just keep taking off down this path between the two patches of woods. and I'm going as fast as my legs will carry me, and I get out of the path and back onto that little road by my house, and I go back inside my house, and I get to my room. I turn the light on, and I go over by the window, and then all of a sudden the perspective changes to the viewpoint of the Wendigo, and he is at the edge of those woods looking at me through my window. And that's when I wake up every night, every time, every night that I had. It's just, that was the point where I woke up. And so, if you know what it's like to feel something watching you from the dark, please subscribe and like this video. Give it a friendly boop for more anecdotes from my psychology and for more of this crap that haunted me throughout my entire childhood. And let me know in the comments, what haunted you? What followed you home in the dark? What do you do when the ghost just doesn't haunt your house? It haunts you. So, anyway, here is my breakdown of what I learned through my psychology courses that helped me to defeat this nightmare, this recurring nightmare, and helped me throughout my life afterwards. Seriously, after I started delving into Freud's nightmare interpretation, my life has changed for the better. This has helped me in several ways because now I can't say all dreams are created equal. All dreams are the same. Maybe your dream is trying to tell you something, maybe it's not. But when it's a recurring dream and you have it just recurring, absolutely just consistent, the same dream, consistent and recurring, God's trying to tell you something, or your ancestors are trying to tell you something. Somebody is trying to tell you something. And I will help you to realize what I had realized, what I realized that helped me destroy this recurring nightmare and helped me to take back my sleep process. So, the Wendigo, I never heard of it before this, but I couldn't get out of my head after. Wendigo stuck in my mind. I just knew that that's what it was. And I never thought of researching it. I just thought I would have these dreams for my entire life. I never thought about learning about them or anything like that. And during my psychology degree is when I realized I needed to start looking into this stuff. So, and Freud's interpretations, I thought, yeah, I'm just going to start looking into this. Maybe I can just figure this out. And Wendigo is a cannibal spirit, okay, of anger, okay. I learned that there are three aspects of your psyche. There's the ego, there's the id, and there's the superego. Okay? Um, the id is pretty much your creative part. Um, no, it's been a while, so if I'm wrong, let me know. Um, but the superego encompasses the ego and the id, and pretty much keeps them balanced. Or, okay, the ego and the id overlap, and everyone is different to different degrees. Your creativity and your uh, impulses with real world constraints, they overlap in the id and the superego, or the id and the ego, and the superego encompasses morality in that. So I I learned that when it turned to his perspective, that was me looking at myself. I was the cannibal spirit looking at myself, and I realized this is about anger. The dead bodies, that was my dad. And I was angry at God. I was angry at him. And when he killed himself, I was tearing myself apart on the inside, from the inside out. Anger was eating me from the inside out. And it would ruin everything if I let it. That is the conclusion I came to, which killed that recurring nightmare. I never had it again. However, the very next night, I had a dream that I was the Wendigo walking on a subway platform, and my skin looked like a chameleon. Every time I walked past something, I could see through it. It blended in completely. And then I realized someone was trying to tell me something else, and it was easier after I beat it the first time. This time it was anger can disguise itself as many things. This is a hell of a thing. Someone tried to tell me that for 35 years. Let's think of that concept. Someone was drilling something into my mind for 35 years. Or I was. My mind was trying to tell me. Or God was trying to tell me. Or my ancestor. Maybe my dad was trying to tell me from the other side. Man, I don't know. All I know is I had that dream, and I knew exactly what the things in it were without knowing their actual names. But I knew what they were. Life's a mystery, my friends. I learned a lot about dreams, dream interpretation, and just psychology of the mind. It's a beautiful thing. If y'all have any recurring nightmares, recurring dreams, drop them down below, or write me an email, or whatever you want to do. You can go on our website. Oh, that's another thing. Our website, spiritualindependence.org. I created a members area. There's not a lot of content for it yet. I promise you I'm going to be building it up. So get in there, please. Create an account. I have the foundations of the Chilson philosophy. That is the philosophy which I'm going through this whole video vlog, trying to help people deal with their childhood traumas. So y'all can live free of these constraints and be happy. Learn what real happiness is. Let's get going, guys. Huh. This ain't a fast process. This isn't a fast process. So the earlier you get started. Next week, Sunday, I am going to, I'm debating on whether to do a pre-taped, a pre-recorded, or a live video. I will actually go through this process of step 1 and 2 and show you how they work in a real life situation. I'm going to bash some demons. We're going to, in a couple videos back, I uncovered some childhood trauma. So I might go after that one. Don't know yet. I'm still thinking about how to do this. I don't even know if I can do it on camera. I'm going to try, though. I'm going to do my best. I'm going to show you guys what I'm preaching actually has some real world application. It's pretty much therapy. Therapy is masochistic basis. So this is sadist basis. Hey, I mean, who's to say you have to let somebody else hurt you? You can just hurt yourself and get it done faster. It's more efficient in my eyes. Hey, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I don't care. I don't give a fuck, really, what other people think. And that's one of the side effects of my my philosophy. It's pretty much a Sigma machine, man. You become extraordinarily independent. You detach emotionally from certain things to become happy in life. I'm helping you deal with your traumas. I dealt with my own. So this isn't something I just made up. I lived it. My foundation is concrete. Anyway, y'all have a good night. Bye.